This is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to another episode of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. And this is episode 305. And as you guys can see, the title and the thumbnail, Sami Zayn robbed. Maybe not. CM Punk wins the title from him this past Monday. And Sheamus is gone from WWE after 20 years. We are going to be talking about this today and whatnot. So, this week was crazy when it came to wrestling because, if anything, we saw the reports coming in that Sheamus was going to leave WWE, which was kind of surprised because he's been there forever. He's been there for like 20 years since he started in there as a rookie, whatever the case may be. But the biggest news that happened was Monday night and whatnot. And especially I already knew something bullshit was going to happen anyway. Because last week SmackDown, they announced that Sami Zayn was going to defend his belt against Cody Rhodes at Monday Night Raw. Now, I had a problem with that right away. I'm like, they're going to screw Sami and they're going to take the belt away from him. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I feel like this was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, pretty much, CM Punk ends up beating Sami on Monday for the world title, and Sami Zayn's reign only lasted 9 days. Now the question is, was this a mistake on WWE part and whatnot? As we look at this right now, honestly, no, this wasn't a mistake. This was real bullshit, to be honest, because it's bad enough that you had. First of all, let's put it this way. WWE has a bad habit, and this is what they do as of late. And I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers when I talk about this because, WWE fans swear there's nothing wrong with WWE as of late. But WWE in the last 2.5 years, all they've been doing is everything for the nostalgia. They don't care about anything else. I mean, you saw what happened this week. Like I said, it was all nostalgia. It was they kind of did a rinse and repeat of 2012 when CM Punk beat John Cena. He took the belt, especially when it was in Chicago. He took the belt and he threw a kiss at the camera. He did the same shit this past Monday. Now, Sami Zayn got every right to be pissed off because his title reign was only 9 days, which didn't make no sense to me. So why are you going to put the belt on a guy for 9 days? All because you wanted the nostalgia of him winning the belt at Saudi and whatnot, just to get the nostalgia feel. So WWE as of late, they're not about all the storylines. They're not about having a long storyline and whatnot. They're all about nostalgia. They've been showing it to you since fucking SummerSlam. Not SummerSlam, since fucking WrestleMania. When they brought Paige back. They brought one of the Bella Twins back. Nostalgia. They don't care what the fans want. But then again, the same fans, they defend this bullshit because the apologists, okay, they pretty much make excuses for the shit. But they're the first one complaining about it. But you support this. Okay, the fact that people I saw comments of, oh, Sami Zayn did not deserve the title. He ain't no good. 9 days was too long. He should have never got the belt, whatever. But you was all right for a guy who's been out for almost 3 months, lost the belt to Roman Reigns, and comes back and whatnot at Monday Night Raw this past week. And as soon as he come back, he gets a title shot. And I knew something was wrong because I'm like, there's no way that Cody just lost the belt to Sami Zayn in a 3-way, and he's going to get it back. At this point, the way I'm looking at it, I don't think Cody should beat the champion. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't make no sense. Now, Sami deserved. I don't even think Sami came out this week in SmackDown. They used Sami Zayn like a fucking prop. That's what they did. Okay? The guy gets a title shot. He wins it and gets 9 days reign. And people had the nerve, the same WWE fans, wrestling fans in the IWC had the nerve to be bitching and moaning about Darby Allin beating MJF and having a 7-week reign, which is longer than 9 days. Okay? At least Darby went and defended the belt 7 weeks in a row. And then to top it off, the MJF, the same guy he beat, he praised him, secretly praised him and whatnot. And people are like trying to compare this shit. What made them more crazy was what happened on Wednesday when Kenny Omega ended up winning the AEW title from MJF, and they want to come out of nowhere and say, oh, the only reason Kenny Omega won the belt was because he's trying to take the shine away from CM Punk. No, because the Omega and MJF match was already scheduled for 2 weeks, and this has already been planned for months. So you can't even go there. You're trying to justify the bullshit that WWE did by taking the belt away from Sami Zayn in 9 days. There is no justification for this. Okay? For that, you should have never took the belt away from Cody Rhodes. Okay? But you're going to go, and not only that, first of all, Adam Pearce coming out at SmackDown to make a match that has to deal with SmackDown. Right there, I knew that they were going to screw Sami. I already knew it. They were going to screw him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad for Sami because Sami been working in the wrestling business for 20-something years, and WWE shit on him like this. Okay? Which is crazy. Because now, as we all see, now the main thing that they wanted to do from the get-go was CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. Again, I question it. Why the hell do you have Cody Rhodes lose the belt? If this was the plan all along, the difference is now is Cody's not the champion. And what that tells me right there is that Cody is not winning the belt back. There's no way in the world. Because if Cody wins the belt, then what are we doing? What are we doing with the world title? The world title right now has become a hot potato. Anybody who wants to dispute this with me, let's talk. Let's talk. Because this is with some bullshit what we saw on Monday Night Raw. Okay. And not only that, he kind of beat Sami Zayn with his move. But the difference was once he hit the haluva kick, he hit his go to sleep. He used Sami Zayn's move. And Sami was fucking pissed because he's pissed off. He deserves it. He should be pissed off. Because he comes out of nowhere. And then the thing is that they're still with the bullshit story with Gunther. Okay. He attacks Cody. Cody now can't wrestle because he's been put through a table. The minute I saw that shit, I already knew. It's WWE gives away stuff. And then showing CM Punk in Chicago, we knew this shit was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in the world, no one can tell me that what we saw Monday night was fucking wrong. 9 days reign? It's a fucking joke. And I don't want to hear, but at least he was world champion. That's like saying, oh, at least the Yankees made the playoffs, which means that you're all right with the mediocre bullshit. Okay? You're all right with the mediocre bullshit. And this is what I get mad because, again, listen, in the WWE, and I know many people see my podcast and be like, oh, he's always coming here slamming WWE because everything at WWE is bad. It's wrong. Okay? I give you a good one from last night. How is it that R-Truth and Damian Priest come and beat the Viking Raiders for the AAA tag team titles? But right now, Damian Priest, he got demoted pretty much, went to AAA. He was in AAA last week. So what are we doing? What are we doing here? Why isn't the AAA titles in SmackDown TV? So now Truth and Priest are double champion. And how come I don't hear this bullshit that I used to hear a lot back in the days where, oh, if guys walking around with 2 or 3 belts, they doing the same shit in WWE. Okay? They're doing the same shit in WWE. You can't tell me no. Okay. Okay. The fact also the United States title, they just United States title now has a freaking what boa feathers around it now. They call it the Legends title. The United States title is now not even a regular title. It's a fucking belt with feathers around it. Okay. And the best part is Barry Corbin is back. Why? Why is Barry Corbin back? And I laugh because I saw, of course, in Twitter, oh, I love how MLW is using a real situation in their storyline. Now, it was telling you that Barry Corbin was not going to sign with MLW. He was coming to WWE. My question is, for what? See what I'm talking about? A lot of these wrestlers, they leave WWE. They got fired. Why would you return back? Do you think you're going to make a name for yourself in the company? Or you're going to might get paid a little bit more? But within 2 or 3 months, you'll be in the back catering with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? So anyone can tell me otherwise that if I'm wrong by saying this, because in reality, why is Barry Corbin back? To do what? Okay? Because he was an ass kisser for the company in 2019 and 2020 when he was feuding with Seth Rollins. Okay? This guy was kissing ass like crazy, and they got him fired. Okay? AEW, he showed up at AEW event, won, I think, a dark match. Other than that, AEW was not going to sign him. They didn't sign him. But he went to MLW. He was doing great at MLW. You know what I'm saying? But they keep bringing these people back. And the whole thing about when it comes to, WWE, everything is nostalgia. Everything is about nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Now, Cody Rhodes, did he lose his spot? Well, apparently he didn't. Because last night SmackDown opened up with CM Punk with a nice little shiner, supposedly. Okay. And he started calling out all these wrestlers about who's going to step up, who's going to face him, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, Cody Rhodes popped out. Now, again, Cody Rhodes was not going to lose his spot. You know what I'm saying? He was not going to lose his spot and whatnot. And Gunther's not getting a title shot. Okay? Because now it looks like Gunther and Nick Aldis are going to have a feud with each other. Okay? Which is, like I said, take my money on that. I want to see that match. But the fact that Cody is back at the world title picture again, okay? We cannot see Cody again as a world champion. The simple fact is the people has turned on him. And his reigns the first reign he had, it was all right. Flat. And if you look at a lot of the storylines in WWE, then they're not great. They're not great. SmackDown, I mean, we saw the Royce Keys and the whole Jacob Fatu. They know each other. Don't get involved in the family business. Solo Sikoa was about to get blasted with a hip attack by Fatu, but it never happened. Why are we going through this? You know what I'm saying? We saw Finn Balor having his match with Tama Tonga, which I sat down and watched this last night because I was like, wow, look, 2 Bullet Club members going at it. You know what I'm saying? And Finn Balor ended up being Tama Tonga, which I think Finn Balor is a way better wrestler than Tama Tonga and whatnot. But you see what they're doing with Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga. They're not doing nothing with them. They're not doing nothing. They're not even part of the MFT no more. There is no MFT. That's just dead. Solo Sikoa is getting jumped by Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu. Royce Keys in the middle of this whole family affair crap. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me get started when it comes to the women's division because, they're pushing Jade Cargill to the moon when this woman does not look good in that ring. And I don't want to hear no one tell me, oh, no, but she's getting better. She's been there for 3 years and she's not getting better. Okay. Now we haven't seen what's her name? Oh my God. She was at the slap event with her husband, Benny Matthews, and whatnot. Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's hurt. She's still the world champion that I know of. Okay. She was at the slap event where Jake Hager got knocked the hell out by Shira, who used to be a TNA wrestler. He got smacked. First of all, Jake Hager was like, F Tony Khan. 5 minutes later, he was looking at the lights. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because now, like I said, you have a situation where Cody again is not going to go nowhere as far as getting a title shot. Okay, he's not going to beat CM Punk. I highly doubt it is going to happen. It's not going to happen either. Either Sami Zayn's going to get involved, the match is going to be disqualified, whatever. It's supposed to be the main event, but I don't know, probably for night 2. Because right now, supposedly, Femi and Brock Lesnar is the main event for night 1. That's another situation right there that makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? They're going for the 3rd time, a Hell in a Cell. Why? Why you had to take it to Hell in a Cell? It's questions. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's ridiculous. Again, but Cody Rhodes was not going to lose his spot. He wasn't going to lose his spot. He got beat up on Monday. Got put through a table. You knew he was not going to lose his title shot against whoever the world champion is. So now, look at the card that they have so far for CM Punk. I mean, for SummerSlam. SummerSlam right now can't even sell tickets. The Madison Square Garden Saturday Night Main Event cannot even sell no tickets here. Can't even sell the tickets here in Madison Square Garden here in New York. They're giving off 30% off on tickets because they can't sell Madison Square Garden for a Saturday Night Main Event. Who the hell is going to waste money to go see that shit? Because Saturday Night Main Event is a Raw. Let's be realistic. Raw on a Saturday night. Okay? So they're having problems selling that. They're having problems selling at Minnesota, which is the Vikings Minnesota Vikings football stadium. They only have sold 20,000 tickets for both nights. But it tells you, a lot of people are especially with the CM Punk thing, a lot of people probably gave back the tickets. They sold their tickets because no one cares about CM Punk. And I don't want to hear people talking about, oh, he draws. He don't draw nothing. He draws a circle in a piece of paper. That's what he draws. He's not a draw anymore. He is not a draw. Okay? You want to talk about draw? Femi is the future. He's a draw. Okay? He's a draw. Okay? Danhausen right now, even though he's annoying, he's a draw as far as merchandise. CM Punk is not a draw. Because you hear this people screaming in Chicago, does not make him a draw. He's the hometown guy. So of course you're going to see that. It makes no sense. It makes no damn sense. So he's not a draw. Okay? Right now, if you look at WWE as a whole, okay, I could tell you that the people that are running it do not care about you as a fan. They don't. Okay? When you got Triple H talking about F the fans if you don't like what we're doing, and that we trying to create our own narrative when it comes to matches and blah blah blah. Some of the stuff that he says is stupid. You know what I'm saying? So it's he's making excuses. He's not doing shit. Not doing nothing. Okay? All he does is, if you think about it, look at the matches for SummerSlam. Reruns. You got Femi against Brock Lesnar. We saw that twice already. Okay. How about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins? How many times are we gonna see this Shield bullshit? The only thing right now that's new right now is the CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. There's another match. It's the Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. These women wrestle for the Queen of the Ring rerun. This is what WWE does, and you guys go and spend so much money on this bullshit and then act like it's all right when it's not all right. So moving along, let's talk about this one. The ladies on Sheamus reported WWE departure. Now, on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, reports came that Sheamus is leaving WWE. Apparently, TKO tried to reconstruct his contract and whatnot and give him less money than he deserves. Now, Sheamus has been hurt. Sheamus has been out since November. This is the last time that he was on TV. It was a 6-man tag with John Cena and Rey Mysterio. That was the last time he wrestled. So it's been close to 7 to 8 months, right? So TKO decided, well, he's hurt. Let's talk to him about, recreating his contract, because I think he signed a 5-year deal like 2 years ago, something like that. Apparently, TKO was offering less money. He decided, nope, I'm not taking that. I will not take that, and I'm not taking a pay cut. So now his contract is coming up, and he's about to leave. Now, Sheamus has always been one of the guys that I love how he wrestles. Okay, Sheamus, I've been following since he first came up to the main event in 2009. His feud with John Cena, his I think it was a 3-second, 10-second pinfall on Bryan Danielson. His feud with Drew McIntyre, Gunther. He won every single title you can imagine, including the tag team between him and Claudio Castelloni when he was known. I forgot what the hell he was known about. But they won the tag team titles a couple of times. And the only belt that eluded him was the Intercontinental belt. For years, fans had been asking for Sheamus to win the Intercontinental belt. And WWE kept screwing him over. His match with Gunther should have gave him the Intercontinental title. It was the only title that eluded him from being a Grand Slam champion. He won Money in the Bank. He won King of the Ring, I think, at one point. He won the United States title. He won the world title. He won the WWE title, the tag team titles. He won everything except the Intercontinental title. My question is why? Why they never gave him the Intercontinental title? Do you know what I'm saying? He deserves it. He's been there for 20 years. He's been there since 2006 when he was down at FCW before the NXT shit and all that nonsense. But they took that away from him. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because it's just mind boggles me and whatnot how WWE works. Guys who put their career on the line, wrestle, and he has gotten hurt. We understand. I mean, at one point he came back from injury. He looked overweight. He looked as horrible. Never seen him look that horrible, but he worked himself to get back in shape, and he still was having some great matches with Rusev, matches with Drew McIntyre. I mean, he was having great matches. But my question was, he never got the damn Intercontinental title. Now, reports were coming in as of yesterday or the day before that WWE was still trying to keep him. They were fighting to keep him. That somebody in the higher up in WWE went to fight for him with TKO, so they don't let him go. But he already changed his name from Sheamus to his real name in X. And he just said goodbye just recently on X. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because at the same time, how WWE just let people go. And if you look at it right now, you let Sheamus go, but word is you're trying to bring back Enzo and Cass. Because Big Bill right now just left AEW. Okay. And the word talking about it and a lot because fans, I'm telling you, the WWE fan base and the trolls and the tribalism love to talk a lot of shit. Because the first thing there was word going around that Jack Perry have not signed with AEW. And then people were like, oh, he's going to be with he's coming to WWE, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden when he resigned with AEW, oh, nobody wants that guy. He's garbage. But yeah, we're talking about hoping he'll sign with WWE. Okay. So now I can say AEW fans, some of them are very toxic, but the WWE fan base is more toxic than I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that people are like, oh, Big Bill could come back. Big Bill is 40 years old. He's going to come back with Enzo. Again, nostalgia. They're going to try to go back 10 years when Cass and Enzo were the shit back in WWE. Especially when Enzo used to come out. You know what I'm saying? And now they're going to try to recreate this shit again when there's no tag teams to begin with in WWE. Okay. And I could bet you they'll go to SmackDown, and I bet you they'll beat Priest and Judge and R-Truth for the tag team belts. I can see it happening. You know what I'm saying? So they're bringing in people. They already brought Baron Corbin back. That's the 2016 guy they was brought up from NXT up. So they're going backwards. They are going backwards. Okay. And then they're letting the good wrestlers, guys like Sheamus, go and whatnot to pay them less and whatnot. Like I said, Baron Corbin is going to be the flavor of the month. There's nothing that Baron Corbin is going to do that's going to be like impactful. It's not happening. He'll probably have a few with Trick Williams. Or there'll be a three-way. He may beat Trick Williams for the title because he cheats or whatever the case may be. But that's all he's going. He's going to go further than that. He's not going further than that. Okay? This is what I understand. Wrestlers leave WWE and they come back and whatnot. Look at Rusev. What has Rusev done since he came back? Okay? Nothing. Same thing. Look what happened to Aleister Black. He wasn't happy in AEW, but then he went to WWE, and next thing you know, he got let go along with his wife. Okay? They don't care. And this is what I'm saying. Like, people cannot come and tell me, oh, every time you do something about WWE, you always talking about negative, because that's all they doing right now. It's negative shit. You can't tell me that you're happy for what you saw Monday night. You can't tell me you're happy when you saw Sami Zayn lose the belt after holding it for 9 days. He didn't even get to able to. He defended his belt one time. He couldn't even successfully defend it because they gave it to CM Punk. And the thing that gets me mad is that CM Punk just lost his world heavyweight title to Roman Reigns. He comes back to give him the belt back, but now it's the WWE title. You can't. I mean, you can't. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. So I'm going to always talk about shit like this, and I'm always going to call it out, because I'm going to call it out for what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then you have WWE fans that sits down and watch SmackDown every week, watch Raw every week and whatnot, and then complain about it. And then when they watch AEW, oh, AEW doing this. AEW right now, they're hot. AEW right now, well, the stuff that's going on with AEW is hot right now. They may not be putting 1 million, like if people want, because, you know, everybody always talking about ratings, but nowadays they really don't count the ratings anymore, because everything now you got is streaming. WWE streams through, you know, through Netflix. AEW streams through, you know, HBO Max. But people always trying to look for some type of wrong stuff when it comes to AEW. Now, imagine if the situation that happened this week was turned around. Imagine if MJF was the world champion for 9 days and Kenny Omega goes and beat him within 9 days and doesn't even get defended. There would have been an outrage. It would have been an outrage. Anything that AEW does is wrong, but when WWE does it, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? People had the nerve to compare the CM Punk situation with Kenny Omega. Again, the Kenny Omega was already planned. It's been planned for almost 2 months. That's how dumb your ass is at. You don't even know it, because you look at AEW just to hate. You don't watch AEW for the storylines. You know what? You just watch it to hate, to go online and criticize. But meanwhile, when WWE does shit like this, oh, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Apologies. The apologists always try and find ways to make shit right. And I'm going to call you out on this. I'm going to call you out. You can't complain about WWE and you're still watching the program. Listen. Hey, stop being a hater. Well, get off my. If you think I'm a hater, then you need to get off my channel. How about that, clown? So I'm gonna block your ass. How about that? Put your ass on timeout. So calling me a hater. You probably just came in right now. You're not even paying attention to anything. So I explained why. It's not even called a hater. It's facts. It's not hating. That's the difference. Your dumbasses don't even understand. So bottom line is WWE is not doing what it's supposed to do. I guess you guys have fun when they go and take $200, $300 for you to be in the nosebleed section just to see matches here in Madison Square Garden or anywhere where you live at. So it makes no sense. But anyway, and this is my house. I say whatever I want. You don't like it, don't come in. That's it. It's the way it is. That is the way it is, bro. So that is it for me today, guys. Let me know what you think about this episode. Do you think it's fair that Sami Zayn they took the belt away from him in 9 days? Because he could say, I was a WWE champion for 9 days. He got the Stan Stasiak treatment. If you don't know who Stan Stasiak is, Stan Stasiak wrestled back in the 70s, and I think he beat Pedro Morales for the world title, and within 7 days, Bruno Sammartino came and took the belt away from him. 7 days. That's all he had the belt. So Sami Zayn just joined that. He joined Bob Backlund. It's another guy who won the belt within 6 days. Kevin Nash beat him for the belt. So he just joined a club. It's not the best club in the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous. But again, let me know what you think, guys. What you think about Sami Zayn 9-day reign? Are you excited to see Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk? I think CM Punk's going to win this match. I don't see Cody winning the champ. Do you want Cody to become world champion again? Because I mean, the people are showing that they don't want Cody to be champion anymore. They're showing it every week when he comes out. Don't be fooled with the whole comes out with that bullshit, because a lot of it's also piped in. Do you know what I'm saying? WWE is known for that. So, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think Cody should win the belt. I think leave it on for now. Leave it for CM Punk. Have Sami Zayn try to get the belt back. That's the way I look at it. It would be good. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me know what you think, guys. Also follow me here on social media, Facebook, Instagram, the X, and of course the YouTube channel, guys. Follow me on the YouTube channel. Subscribe, and want to share this with all your friends or whatever. I will understand how you call it, the support, and I will gladly appreciate the support. Also, check out our audio podcast. We also going to put this on an audio podcast for some of you who do not like to be on YouTube watching or whatever, like to rather listen to it. I'm on the YouTube. I'm on the audio podcast platform and whatnot. What's up, OPC and whatnot? Thank you very much, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to know your thoughts about the whole thing with the CM Punk and Sami Zayn situation. So I mean, we got to get hooked up somewhere or the other. So you guys check out the audio podcast that I have. We on Spreaker, Apple, what else? Amazon Music, Spotify, and any audio podcast platform that you guys would like to listen to. Support the podcast. Check out also my podcast store. Online, we got shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and whatnot. You can see on the bottom. Go to tcwr.veryimpressive.com. That's tcwr.veryimpressive.com. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. We're close. We're very close to 3,000 subscribers already. And we're probably going to hit the 2 million mark as far as the views on the channel. So support. I will gladly appreciate it. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys next week with more of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report.